Horoscope predictions.
Aries.
Aries, today centers on movement that has meaning. You're in a mindset where progress feels essential, yet it's not about rushing or forcing outcomes. It's about creating steady traction in the areas of your life that matter most. Work, finances, or something deeply personal you've been trying to get off the ground. You might feel a strong need to prove something to yourself, to demonstrate that your goals aren't just concepts, but living commitments. The day's energy rewards persistence over impulse. So instead of starting 10 new things, focus on perfecting the one that's already in motion. Your ability to take control without becoming rigid will define how much ground you actually cover. It's a day that tests your patience, but also reveals how far your discipline has evolved since the year began. On a personal level, you may sense that certain people or situations are challenging your independence. Instead of seeing that as resistance, treat it as a mirror showing where cooperation could serve you better. It's okay to lean on others. Collaboration doesn't weaken your power, it stabilizes it. Emotionally, there's clarity in knowing what truly motivates you beyond the surface drive for results. The more honest you are with yourself about your why, the easier it becomes to stay focused without burning out. Take care of your physical energy today because your determination will be higher than usual. And that can quickly turn to exhaustion if not balanced with rest. By evening, you'll feel both grounded and renewed, aware that you're moving toward something lasting. Your lucky colors are brick, silver, and charcoal. And your lucky numbers are 9, 16, and 34.
Taurus.
Taurus, today's rhythm is slower but deeply productive if you lean into consistency rather than pressure. You might find yourself reevaluating how you approach daily responsibilities, the routines, habits, or financial systems that keep your life stable. There's a strong sense that you're being called to make small but meaningful adjustments. Whether that means reorganizing your schedule, prioritizing health, or simply finishing something you've delayed. The focus isn't on dramatic breakthroughs, but on the quiet satisfaction of getting things in order. The grounded atmosphere today supports logical thinking and practical steps. So, if you've been overwhelmed by options or emotional clutter, clarity will come from simplifying instead of overanalyzing. Your efforts today create long-term ease, even if they don't bring immediate excitement. Emotionally, you're learning the value of steady commitment in all forms: relationships, work, and self-care. The energy of the day helps you find peace in structure, turning what might have once felt like routine into a kind of calm ritual. You might notice that your patience with others improves when you're not overextending yourself. A meaningful conversation about stability, trust, or shared goals could unfold naturally, giving you reassurance that you're moving in alignment with those around you. By nightfall, your energy may feel grounded and even a bit introspective, the kind that makes you appreciate quiet moments and slow progress. There's something deeply fulfilling about knowing you're building security step by step. Your lucky colors are sage, cream, and onyx. And your lucky numbers are 3, 18, and 42.
Gemini.
Gemini, today's energy asks you to bring your ideas down to earth and translate them into consistent action. You're often juggling multiple interests, but now the cosmos pushes you to narrow your focus and give one area your full attention. You may be handling a project that needs refinement or returning to something you've postponed, a conversation, a personal decision, or an unfinished creative task. The key lies in balancing your intellectual energy with practical organization. The more you simplify, the more effective you become. This is a day for proving to yourself that your adaptability isn't just mental quickness, it's also the ability to see a plan through. To stay the course, even when distraction tempts you elsewhere. On the emotional side, you might feel more introspective than usual, sorting through thoughts that have been running in the background for weeks. You could realize that what you truly crave isn't more stimulation, but deeper engagement in your work, your relationships, or even your personal routines. If someone reaches out for clarity, respond with transparency. It's a good day for closing gaps in communication. There's quiet satisfaction in knowing that by managing your time and energy well, you're creating real results instead of just chasing inspiration. The reward for patience today isn't just external. It's the calm that comes from feeling organized and in control of your direction. Your lucky colors are amber, navy, and pearl, and your lucky numbers are 5, 21, and 39.
Cancer.
Cancer, today centers on emotional stability and practical care, both for yourself and those around you. You might feel pulled between nurturing others and tending to your own responsibilities, but the day's energy encourages balance rather than sacrifice. There's a calm, methodical quality in the atmosphere that helps you sort through the noise and focus on what truly matters. Whether it's managing family matters, financial tasks, or simply keeping your space in order, you'll find that steady progress feels more rewarding than rushing through. This is a day for grounding, for reconnecting with simple acts that make life run smoother. Organizing, cleaning, planning, or finishing something you started. Each step you take brings a sense of relief, showing you that control doesn't have to be rigid. It can be nurturing. Emotionally, you may find yourself reflecting on the difference between responsibility and overextension. You care deeply, but sometimes that care comes at your own expense. Today invites you to recognize where boundaries strengthen your relationships rather than weaken them. Conversations about shared duties or mutual understanding will flow better if you speak from calm honesty instead of emotion-driven urgency. You may also discover that slowing down your pace allows you to see solutions you missed before. By evening, the mood feels steadier, as if a weight has subtly lifted. Not because problems disappeared, but because you handled them with grounded clarity. Your lucky colors are teal, ivory, and bronze, and your lucky numbers are 4, 20, and 36.
Leo.
Leo. The energy today pushes you to focus on consistency and accountability to qualities that transform ambition into results. You might find yourself looking at your schedule, commitments, or creative goals with a practical lens. This isn't the time for bold leaps or risky new beginnings. It's about solidifying what's already in motion. Whether you're leading a team, managing personal projects, or maintaining your reputation, the key today lies in patience and precision. There's power in structure, and you'll feel that more clearly now than in recent days. Instead of chasing recognition, you're likely to find satisfaction in competence, in doing something well simply because it reflects your dedication. It's a quieter kind of pride, one that lasts longer than applause. In relationships and personal connections, you might be called to take a more grounded approach, too. Rather than dramatic gestures, focus on presence and reliability, being there, following through, keeping promises. The stability you offer today strengthens trust in ways that words alone can't. If tensions arise, Your calm leadership will help others find steadiness as well. By the end of the day, you may realize how much peace comes from honoring your responsibilities without needing constant external validation. It's a day that rewards maturity and patience, the kind that builds lasting respect. Your lucky colors are ochre, gray, and cobalt, and your lucky numbers are 7, 14, and 45.
Virgo.
Virgo today highlights your natural ability to bring order and clarity where there's confusion. You may be drawn to reorganize something, whether it's your workspace, finances, or a project that's lost its direction. There's a strong sense of grounded focus, as if you're finally aligning what's ideal with what's realistic. This energy supports steady hands-on work and encourages you to handle practical matters with care. You might notice that productivity feels smoother once you simplify your environment or your approach. There's satisfaction in watching small improvements compound throughout the day. You're not just fixing things, you're creating systems that will continue to serve you later. Emotionally, this is a day to step back and assess your own expectations. You often push yourself to do everything perfectly, but today's rhythm reminds you that consistency matters more than flawlessness. The people around you may seek your guidance or depend on your reliability, but remember to set limits so you don't deplete your energy. Grounded communication will go far. Say what you mean clearly and calmly, and others will meet you halfway. By the end of the day, a sense of accomplishment settles in, the kind that comes from knowing you've built something stable and real. Your lucky colors are moss, pearl, and indigo, and your lucky numbers are 6, 19, and 38.
Libra.
Libra, today's tone centers around balance through responsibility, the kind that doesn't come from wishful thinking, but from small, clear actions. You may find yourself reevaluating how you distribute your time between work, personal commitments, and rest. The energy of the day supports practical decision-making, especially around goals that require structure or consistency. You might realize that in recent weeks, you've been giving more than you've received, or saying yes too often in the name of harmony. Today brings a sense of recalibration, a chance to redefine what's fair, not just for others, but for yourself. The act of setting boundaries, even quiet ones, can bring back the sense of stability you've been missing. Emotionally, you may notice that your patience grows when you allow yourself to slow down. There's no need to prove your worth through constant action. Focus instead on showing up where your effort makes a real difference. If conversations about plans or commitments arise, keep them grounded, not idealistic, but realistic and solution-focused. Your natural diplomacy works best when paired with clear, steady communication. You might surprise yourself with how much clarity you gain simply by saying what you actually want. By evening, there's a calm satisfaction in knowing you've taken responsibility without overextending yourself. Your lucky colors are cream, jade, and slate, and your lucky numbers are 5, 24, and 39.
Scorpio.
Scorpio, today is about refinement, trimming away distractions so you can focus on what truly matters. You may feel a stronger pull toward structure, wanting to bring order to areas of your life that have felt chaotic or undefined. Whether this applies to your finances, work routines, or even emotional commitments, there's value now in clarifying expectations and setting systems in place. You're in a mindset that favors precision over passion, though your intensity still runs underneath the surface. This is a day when your attention to detail pays off. The more methodical you are, the stronger your results. Your usual depth meets practicality, and the combination gives you quiet authority. In personal matters, you might notice subtle shifts in how you handle control or trust. Instead of reacting from instinct, you're learning to pause, to evaluate before deciding. This grounded energy helps you build stronger foundations in relationships, ones based on consistency rather than emotional extremes. A productive conversation could help dissolve lingering tension. But it'll work best if you speak directly and avoid assuming others can read between the lines. As the day closes, you may feel lighter, as though clarity has replaced the intensity that's been weighing you down. The satisfaction of knowing you're handling life with both heart and logic will feel like a private victory. Your lucky colors are burgundy, steel, and ivory, and your lucky numbers are 8, 13, and 41.
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius, the focus today is on discipline and follow-through qualities that help you turn your big visions into something tangible. You might feel the pull to tighten your plans, review your priorities, or make concrete progress toward long-term goals. The grounded atmosphere asks you to shift from brainstorming to execution, reminding you that freedom thrives best when supported by structure. You're likely to gain satisfaction from doing the necessary work, even if it's not glamorous. This is the kind of day that rewards steady effort, writing down ideas, finishing tasks, or getting organized so your next steps are clearer. A part of you may resist the slower rhythm, but embracing it will give your ideas the foundation they deserve. On a deeper level, today also challenges you to reflect on the balance between spontaneity and responsibility. You don't have to lose your adventurous spark to maintain order. In fact, the two can coexist beautifully when handled with awareness. You don't have to lose your adventurous spark to maintain order. In fact, the two can coexist beautifully when handled with awareness. If plans change or obstacles appear, approach them calmly instead of improvising your way through. A measured mindset will save you unnecessary stress. Someone in your circle might look to you for advice or leadership. Your grounded confidence makes others feel secure. By nightfall, there's a quiet sense of pride in knowing you followed through, proving to yourself that focus and freedom can work hand in hand. Your lucky colors are navy, sand, and olive, and your lucky numbers are 2, 17, and 34.
Capricorn.
Capricorn, today brings a quiet but powerful focus on structure and accountability. The energy of the day supports discipline and endurance, helping you make steady progress on things that require patience. You may find yourself reevaluating how your current responsibilities align with your long-term goals, especially in areas like work, money, or leadership. This is the kind of day where small, consistent actions matter more than big gestures. Organizing your schedule, finishing something that's been delayed, or revising a plan can bring noticeable peace of mind. Even if progress feels slow, it's meaningful. You're putting solid groundwork in place that will hold up in the weeks to come. You're also more aware of how your time and energy are being spent, which helps you stay focused on what's productive instead of what's just urgent. Emotionally, this is a moment of recalibration. You're starting to see where balance has slipped. Maybe you've been taking on too much or holding yourself to impossible standards. Today encourages you to refine your expectations rather than expand them. Conversations about accountability, shared duties, or financial priorities can unfold with maturity if you stay factual and calm. Others may look to you for direction or reassurance, and your composed presence naturally gives them confidence. By nightfall, you'll likely feel grounded, clear-headed, and quietly proud of the order you've built. Your lucky colors are charcoal, cream, and moss, and your lucky numbers are 6, 14, and 37.
Aquarius.
Aquarius. Today's rhythm emphasizes practical responsibility and personal structure to things that help you translate your larger ideas into action. You might feel motivated to get organized or take charge of something you've been putting off. This could involve career matters, long-term goals, or even physical routines that need more consistency. The grounded tone of the day helps you see the value in slow, deliberate progress. You're learning that innovation isn't just about creativity, it's also about reliability. By tightening up your methods and committing to follow through, you give your ideas a solid frame to grow within. If you've been juggling too many projects or social obligations, today's clarity helps you prioritize and simplify. In your emotional world, this day offers space to reflect on how responsibility fits into your sense of freedom. You might notice that true independence doesn't come from avoiding structure, but from creating systems that give you control over your choices. This could apply to work boundaries, financial planning, or the way you manage your time with others. The conversations that come up today may feel serious but constructive, leading to new mutual understanding. You're not being asked to limit yourself, only to ground your originality and consistency. By the evening, there's a feeling of quiet satisfaction, as if your mind and schedule have finally synced into harmony. Your lucky colors are navy, pearl, and sage, and your lucky numbers are 9, 22, and 41.
Pisces.
Pisces, today, centers on bringing order to your emotional and physical world. You may find yourself wanting to get things in shape, tidying a space, organizing your thoughts, or completing tasks that have been quietly waiting in the background. The day's energy favors focus and persistence over daydreaming, which helps you translate your sensitivity into practical achievement. This is not a day for rushing or multitasking. It's one for being thorough. Each detail you handle, each responsibility you complete, helps you regain a sense of control. The more structure you create, the freer you feel. Even routine chores can feel grounding if you treat them as small steps toward calm and balance. Emotionally, you may gain insight into how consistency can protect your peace. You might realize that you've been giving too much to others without stabilizing your own needs first. Today, the universe encourages you to put your energy into habits that sustain you. Rest, healthy routines, and boundaries that keep you steady. If a conversation about expectations or responsibilities surfaces, keep your words practical and gentle. There's value in honesty that's rooted in care. By nightfall, you'll likely feel refreshed, not because the day was easy, but because you handled it with awareness and purpose. Your lucky colors are olive, white, and copper, and your lucky numbers are 4, 11, and 29.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video for more daily star wisdom. Let me know your sign in the comments and how this day unfolds for you. I'll see you tomorrow for another celestial check-in. Thank you so much for watching.